Tops for Richardson.
Game
It's
shot on the
2-1.
third leg.
He gets the break
James
back.
Richardson.
We return to throw.
James requires
He's
64.
basically thrown on instinct instead of anything he could see.
Feel. You just know the weight of dart. Tops.
Game shot on the fifth leg. James Richardson.
3 on the spin. Having played on that seniors tour, there's a huge group of great players a lot of people may not have heard of.
We've all heard of Richardson.
Game,
and
shot,
we're going to hear
and
the
the match.
war of
James
Richardson as he seals a
Richardson.
4-2 success against Matt Clark. It puts him on to 6 points, one of 3 players on that particular mark. As he gets the better of Matt Clark by 4 legs to 2. Clark, who had dart, the lead 3-0, but Richardson 4 in a row to pick up the points. Next up is Coxwart.
66.
Single 16. Leaves him tops.
Game shot on the third leg. Leacock.
To pick up a 4-1 victory and to depose the league leader Harry
shot,
Ward. Lee
and the
Cox's
match.
day gets off to the perfect
Leacock.
start. He gets the better of Harry Ward by 4 legs to 1. It looked as if in the early stages Harry was going to get it his own way, but Lee Cox, well, he is more proficient when it came to the doubling. 4 out of 11, as you can see there. So he gets the better of Harry by 4 legs to 1. We're going to take a short break, and when we return, we're going to see Geert de Vos up against Leonard Gates.
Got to require
for a 1-0 lead.
56.
Tops.
Game shot on the
for
first
de
leg.
Vos.
Good de Vos.
And he leads 1-0. He got out the traps in leg 2. Double 12 for an 11 dart leg. Absolutely
shot on the
excellent.
second leg.
Sublime from Leonard
Gates.
Gates as he levels proceedings up at 1 apiece with an 11 dart leg. Not to be, and so Gates,
Leonard
who
required 26.
has had 3 real strong legs, double 13 for another 5 visit leg.
Game shot on the fourth
That's
leg.
back-to-back
Leonard
14s.
Gates.
Following the 11, Leonard Gates leads 3-1 against Geert de Vos.
It up.
Leonard
in what's
required
been
4.
a very tidy performance to kick off his campaign.
Game shot
the double
and the
2.
match. Leonard Gates.
Well, started slow, finished slow, but in the middle, legs of 11, 14 and 14. A couple of 180s in there, an end average of 94.75. Just 8 darts at a double. When we come back, Harry Ward back in action against Matt Clark.
Next best prize, double 15, and it's right next door to his favoured double 10.
Game shot
No
on the first
mistake.
leg.
And that is Matt Clark territory.
Required 111.
So to bring it back to 2-1. He's got 6 from here. May only need the 3. He's going to need the double 16.
Game
That is
shot on the
absolutely
third
excellent
leg.
from Harry Ward.
Harry Ward.
A ton topper to get himself back in the match.
Required 98.
And so after the 111 in the previous leg, can Harry Ward take out the 98 to level up at 2 apiece? 2 in his hand, a double 19.
Game shot on the
Excellent
fourth
finishing
leg.
from Harry
Ward.
Ward. Big H with a decent finishing.
Now burning yet another dart. Can he get over the line? Well, he
Game
finds
shot
the
and the
double
match.
16
Matt Clark.
for a very, very impressive response after being defeated 4-2 in his opening match. The leading 2-0, the response is a 94.83. And he moves on to 8 points alongside Harry Ward and Leonard Gates. And we're going to be seeing Leonard Gates in our next match against James Richardson.
It's been the one thing we've kind of
164.
lacked today is a real big finish. You saw 111 from Harry Ward in the last game. Can Richardson treat us to a 164? The bullseye!
Game shot on the third
Oh,
leg.
yes.
James Richardson. Required 121.
Back-to-back balls.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Wow.
James
Well done.
Richardson.
Break of throw.
Required 101.
And so Richardson for the match, where he's already had 2-ton toppers. Can he make it a hat-trick? Tops.
Game
That is
shot
absolutely
and the
excellent.
match.
It's been an
James
exhibition of
Richardson.
finishing as far as James Richardson's concerned. 3-ton plus checkouts and 4 out of 4 on the doubles as he gets the better of Leonard Gates by 4 legs to 2. 7 missed opportunities at the outer ring came back to cost the American quite dearly. So 4 players tied on 8 points at the top of the table as Lee Cox and Geert de Vos go toe-to-toe after this.
Require 155.
We've just done 3 big ton plus finishes. And we're going to get another double 19.
Game
wow.
shot on the first leg.
The
Lee
155.
74.
Double 16. 42 for 32.
42. Gertrude require
So a couple of trials and
112.
tribulations with that double 16.
Tops.
92. Lee require 32.
Doesn't want to mess around this time. One left in hand and DeVos is on a
Game shot on
double.
the
Cox
third
makes
leg.
it 3-0.
Lee Cox.
All about the 14s on 74 because 42 leaves 32, a bit like Lee Cox in the last leg.
Game shot on
But
the fourth
DeVos
leg.
manages to find it a
Go
bit more
DeVos.
cleaner than Crafty Coxey. He brings it back to 3-1, but it is Cox who has the darts in leg 5.
Fifth leg require 2.
He's going to get another go. That first dart has sat up
Game,
beautifully
shot,
to find
and
it
the
with the
match.
second.
Lee Cox.
And at the end of 7 rounds of fixtures, we have got 5 players all tied on 8 points. All 5 of them have won 21 legs in the group. And there is pretty much nothing to separate the lot. Lee Cox gets the better of Hert DeVos by 4 legs to 1, including a 155 finish. And so that concludes the second round of fixtures for the day. The action resumes just after 3 o'clock when Leonard Gates takes on Harry Ward. 2-6 for Gates to bring it back to 2-1. And so it's going to be the ball.
Game shot on the third
Absolutely
leg.
brilliant from Leonard Gates.
Gates.
A 1-2-6 to bring it back to 2-1. And possibly that's the moment that springboards this game
Fourth
to
leg
life.
is high as 76.
It is for the match.
How's this, Harry? Tops award to put him onto double digits.
Game
And
shot
double digits
and the match.
it is. And Harry Ward, the table topper overnight, has picked up his first win of the day to return to the summit of Group C, even if only temporarily. 12 missed starts a double, but a 4-1 success against Leonard Gates, who had a ton 2-6 in there, but Ward just proved too strong. We're going to take a short break. Upon our return, Matt Clark's going to return to proceedings as he takes on Lee Cox. Ton here to take the opening leg. Tops.
Game shot
You
on the
just
first
back
leg.
him on those sorts
Matt
of
Clark.
finishes. Pop, pop, ton out. And it is 1-0 to Matt Clark.
Kind to him.
They're going to be a friend of this all-important juncture. Double 10. He was so good on this
Game,
double yesterday.
shot,
And it is the
match.
double 10
Matt
that seals
Clark.
Matt Clark a 4-1 victory against Lee Cox, which puts him on to 10 points in the group. An 85.99 average, 4 out of 10 on the doubles, gets it done in the end for Superman, who puts himself onto 10 points and puts himself in a very good position. He's actually top of the table as things stand, although he's on +7 legs difference and 25 legs one, same as Harry Ward. Next up, though, for us, it's Hert DeVos up against James Richardson to win this match. The Madhouse again.
Game
And it
shot
is the
and the
fantastic
match.
Mr. Fox as Gert
DeVos.
DeVos seals a 4-1 success against James Richardson, and it may well just scupper his chances. That's a ruthless to progress his way through to Saturday night's finale. An 82.83 average, but have a look at the missed doubles there. 4 from 22, but it was still enough for him to get over the line in the end. So, coming up after the break, Matt Clark can put things in his own hands if he can get the better of Leonard Gates.
They require
Markham Ward are on 10
124.
points. Cox, Richardson and Gates are all on 8.
$14. And Bull.
Game shot
1-0
on the
Matt
first
Clark,
leg.
and that was
Matt
fantastic.
Clark.
A 1-2-4 finish to get his game up and running. He leads Leonard Gates by a leg to 0.
Matt, you require 160.
Well, His highest finish in Super Series history is a 156. Is that going to be trumped by the 160?
Game shot on the second leg.
Phenomenal for Matt Clark. 2 legs won, both with ton toppers. This is a stupendous performance from Superman at the most important of times.
Ton plus outs on the spin.
And if that happens, we're heading to Graham Usher territory. Tops for Clark.
Game shot on the third leg.
We are dealing
Matt Clark
in the most precocious of finishing as far as Matt Clark is concerned.
Required 25.
For 4-2 victory, that would stand him on the brink. 17-4-4 is the MO for MC.
$21.
The sigh of frustration says it all.
4.
And for all of that fantastic
Game shot on
finishing,
the Leonard Gates.
He's been sent to Hill. And to put him within touching distance of a Saturday night Super Series return.
38. Leonard required 12.
No words needed. Matt Clark said it all. He was 3-0 up.
Game
He's had
shot,
a multitude of darts to win it.
Leonard
He's
Gates.
had 7 darts to win it. But it is Leonard Gates who stays in the race as far as qualification is concerned. Matt Clark, who had chance after chance, opportunity after opportunity, after 3 ton plus checkouts to race him into a 3-0 lead. Leonard Gates keeps himself in the race. And it is 3 on 10 points. And so Harry Ward has the opportunity now to really take full command of this group. He'll move on to 12 points if he can get the better of Red de Vos next. Left what feels like his favourite this week in double 19. But is he going to get a go? Because Ward finds the ball for back-to-back 15 dart legs. And in a game which could really help his chances of qualifying for Saturday's final, he is pulling out the most consistent of performances. It's going to be 2 at tops. 50% on the double so far.
Harry Ward.
That's a clean kill from Harry Ward.
Long leg, but ultimately
Required
sensible
92.
with his prize money. He's bought a Ferrari, been to Dubai.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Good divorce.
17 dart hold.
Harry requires 60.
And so, Big H to stand on the steps of qualification for Saturday night.
Game shot.
He's almost there.
And the match.
He's in touching distance now is Harry Ward. He will sit and he'll wait and he may be through by the time he takes on James Richardson, but he is almost there. 87 average, 4 out of 9 on the doubles. He gets the better of Red de Vos by 4 legs to 2. Next up, Lee Cox, James Richardson. Richardson should
80.
get a dart. At least at tops in the worst case scenario to make it 3-2 to him, but to send Harry Ward
Game
into
shot on the
Saturday
fifth
night's
leg.
final.
James Richardson.
He's going to join Andy Bartons in the darty party at Pompey tomorrow night.
Required 2.
To the treble, but this is the risk. Can he find the double 1?
No score.
Well, if he'd have gone treble 10 and then a 20, you got the breakdown 16, 8s, 4s. I mean, don't get me wrong, you eventually end up on double 1, but there's a few more opportunities to find more attractive target.
100. James required 2.
The 78 can be a proposition if this doesn't go.
Game
But
shot.
Richardson
and
wins and it keeps
James
him
Richardson.
in. As for Lee Cox, well, his efforts now come to an end in terms of progression through to Saturday night's finale. James Richardson then a 4-2 victor against Lee Cox. It moves him on to 10 points and into 3rd place in the league standings. Coming up after the break, Matt Clark can put himself onto 12 points and on a healthy legs difference as well. He takes on Red de Vos after this short break. Ooh, another. The bullseye.
Game shot on the third
wow!
lane. Matlock.
His back was well and firmly against the ball, and he's come up with the fish. Produce it.
Oh, no.
180. Matt, you require
We said how
84.
efficient he's been at these sorts of finishes. He needs it now more than ever. Otherwise, DeVos has got match darts. It may well only be a dart. It's going to be at double 11.
62.
And is that potentially it for Matt
Gertrude
Clark?
requires 16.
DeVos for 4-1 win. Double 2.
Game
It's found
shot
for Hurt DeVos.
and the match.
And Matt
Go
Clark is
DeVos.
going to be made to wait to see whether he is into Saturday night finale at the Super Series. Hurt DeVos then a 4-1 victor against Matt Clark in a high quality encounter, 97 and a ton the average is. And Matt Clark finding that 170 checkout as well. But Hurt DeVos the 4-1 victor, and it means that Leonard Gates and Lee Cox. Well, Leonard Gates and Lee Cox coming up next. A win for Leonard Gates will put him on to 12 points. It's all to play for in the final round.
To require 101.
Okay, so darting 101.
16. Score, yeah.
Double 16 for 2 apiece.
Game
2
shot on the
apiece
fourth
it is,
lane.
and Leonard Gates gets
Leonard
himself
Gates.
back level and gives himself the chance and opportunity still.
91.
Put himself back in front. It's tops. Double 10.
Game
3-2.
shot on the fifth lane.
Wow.
Cox gets the
Lee
break.
Cox.
That will hurt.
Lee required 95.
So, to send Gates packing, Cox, double 19.
Game
4-2
shot
victory.
and the match.
And it's going to go
Lee
down to the
Cox.
final game, but it's not going to involve Leonard Gates in the race. Because Lee Cox, although eliminated, has done the job for Matt Clark, has done the job for James Richardson. And so it basically means that a win for Richardson against Harry Ward in the final game of the session sees him through. A win for Ward. Matt Clark's back at finals night. We'll be seeing the answer to that particular equation after this short break. Left himself on
180.
something, but it's something seismic. Double 19. For
Game
Richardson
shot
to win
and
his
the
way
match.
through. And
James
perhaps in James
Richardson.
Richardson style, it should be done with a ton-topping finish. 118 is the number that sees him through to tomorrow night's final. 12 was the magic number in the end. Richardson a 4-0 victor against Harry Ward. 4 out of 11 on the doubles. That 118 checkout seals his place into the finale tomorrow evening, where he's going to join Ward. He's going to join Bartons in the big occasion come Saturday night. So that is that as far as the games are concerned. Let's head up to the balcony and join the 2 Chrisits.
Thanks, Henry. Yeah, drama with a capital D, wasn't it? Right to the death. What a group.
Yeah, it was incredible how it played out in the end. It looked like it was all sort of done and dusted, and we were mapping out the route of the players. And then, well, Gert DeVos started it all off, didn't he? And played the ultimate spoiler, and Matt Clark missed out.
Well, let's show you how it did play out. Here are the results from today's 15 matches. Now, that last one, James Richardson, the crucial one, had to win to qualify, did. But Matt Clark, that game against Hurt DeVos that you mentioned, the 4-1 defeat.
Well, it was the one before that against Leonard Gates, wasn't it, where he led 3-0, looked in absolute control, and I still don't know how Leonard Gates ended up coming back to win it, and Matt had multiple match starts in that one, and now that we sort of look back on it, that is what really did cost him, but he did get another bite of the cherry against DeVos.
Yeah, and he tried his little trick of pretending he knew he was out and left, but it didn't work this time for Matt Clark. We'll see confirmation in the Group C table that it is indeed Harry Ward and James Richardson going through, but just look at that, 5 players, or down to 5th place, should I say, all within 2 points of top.
Yeah, and either one of those wins, whether it had been against Gates or DeVos, and Matt Clark would have qualified, but fair play to James Richardson, had a job to do. Harry Ward just looked mentally spent, didn't he, in that final match, and yeah, credit to James Richardson, stuck in there and got his reward.
We are going to hear from both winners. First of all, Henry is with Harry.
Harry, many congratulations. Through to tomorrow night. In finals night at last after last time.
Yeah, I'm really happy. Obviously, yesterday made a good start, won 4 out of 5, and then started off slowly against Lee today. I think I played well against Matt, lost the game, but to get through, I'm really pleased. A bit more pressure on me today, obviously knowing you've topped the group after day one and wanting to play well again. But to get through, top of the group, really pleased. There's 5 good players in it as well as me, so yeah, very happy.
You say there was pressure going into the day. How were you feeling after those first couple of games and those first couple of defeats?
I didn't feel too bad. I know I lost. I played really well against Matt. I think I had like a 96, 97 average under that pressure, and I knew the game against Leonard was massive, and Leonard started struggling. So I just sort of kicked in. I don't know what the stats were like, but to win that match, that was huge for me. And obviously Gert, bottom of the group, but he obviously can play well. You saw him against Matt Clark that last game. He was really good. So, but I'm just happy to get through. Really, really pleased.
Into tomorrow night's final, there's been a lot of talk about a lot of players, but do you feel like you could potentially go under the radar tomorrow night?
Yeah. I'm happy to go under the radar. Obviously, Andy won Group A, played really well. He is one of the best players without a talk, you'd say. Luke, 16 years old, unbelievable player. Be a pleasure to meet him, to be honest. He's playing really well. But I'll just go in tomorrow enjoying it and play my own game and hopefully have a good run.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow night. Harry, well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, Harry Ward happy to go under the radar, and he kind of did today. Not the greatest day, but he did his job earlier than anybody else.
Yeah, only picked up the 2 wins today, but it was just about enough to see him through to Saturday night, and that's mission accomplished. That was his, that was his main ambition coming here in that Group C, qualify for Saturday night. He's done that, and the damage was done for him yesterday. He got 4 out of 5 yesterday, put himself in a good position, and only needed the couple of wins today. But I'm not sure whether he just felt a bit of the pressure or the fact that he's not played that much darts, that maybe he was a little fatigued today. Only he'll know what's going on. But listen, he is going to go under the radar. The 2 big names everyone's talking about, of course, is Andy Bartons and Luke Littler. But it's all on the night, and we know from experience Saturday nights anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Another name in Saturday night now is James Richardson. Now, Harry had done his job. James had to do his in the final match and did. And we're going to get his reaction now with Henry.
James, well done into Saturday night, but boy, did you leave it quite late there.
Yeah, I did, mate, because after the first 3 days, been such a struggle. I don't know. And part of my game's not really there. Left it to Thursday and Friday in Group C, and it went down to the wire, and I had to beat Harry to get through, and I'm over the moon. I am. I'm just so happy with myself because my game's not really been there all week and produced goods when it needed.
What do you think that's been down to? Is it just anything particular or just one of those things?
No, just one of them things. I don't know. I'll be hungry tomorrow night, and I'll be ready for tomorrow night, Harry. I don't know.
You're a man who knows how to win matches. We've seen that prolifically on the ADC Vault Series. We've seen it in the ADC Open Series in 2023. So when it came down to that scenario later on in the day today, do you feel like maybe that you could just kick into that and know what it's like to get over the line in tournaments and events?
Yeah, I mean, because exactly. I've been in the situation so many times to win tournaments and dug deep and won them. And today was, and when you come here, it's so hard because you've got quality players in the back room there. And they're all scrapping for points. I mean, poor Matt Clark, scrapping for points, and he could have got through 2 games ago before when he played that last one sort of thing. And and that's how tough this group has been. It's been brilliant, and I'm just so happy with myself to get through. I really am.
Into tomorrow night's final, you came so close in Series 2 to qualifying for Champions League. How much would you love to go one better and be a part of that Champions League field?
A bit of a dream, Henry. I'll be ready tomorrow night now. I'm going to get the missus down here. She'll come down. Josh won't come down because he's up in Rotherham, and I wish him all the very best. He's playing in the is it the UKDA? It used to be the
Magic
Gold
Weekend.
Cup. Yeah, I said it used to be called the Gold Cup, and I wish him all the best in the singles and the pairs with Jamie Dodger Rooksby, and also to Team Bulldogs, our Super League team. We won the Northampton Super League. All the very best team in that. Come on, boys, let's go and do it. Come on.
We wish you all the very best tomorrow. James, we'll see you there. Take care.
Thank you very much, Emmy. Cheers.
Well, that's all we've got time for now. No, James Richardson is reeling off all his best wishes to all of his friends and family and everything. Some of them here to support him tomorrow. Somebody needed to have the day like today, and he had it, didn't he?
Yeah, we said it this morning. We looked at two of the outsiders in Lee Cox and James Richardson that were two big prices. And we said one of them will have to win 4 out of 5, and that may well just about be enough. That was the case for James Richardson. Just the other variables went in his favour. And credit to him. Listen, he's been grafting hard all week, grafted hard today, did what Harry did yesterday. He's done today, and he's earned the right to play in tomorrow night. Listen, he's 4 games away, and James Richardson can reel off 4 quality games as good as anybody else in the field.
However, we have only seen half the story so far, so 3 of the spots at finals night filled, and 3 still to be filled tonight when Group B gets back underway. So you see there, Harry Ward, James Richardson, Andy Barton's a Group A winner already through, and it will be 3 from that Group B. Luke Littler, the 16-year-old sensation, just 1 win away. Yeah,
he was outstanding last night. Ironically, the scoring not up to what we've seen across Group A, but the finishing was absolutely dynamite at times. And listen, everybody else is in the field is still in with a chance. It's the top 3 from going through to join the other 3 already safely through and wide open tonight.
So we could get another dose of drama.
I think we're guaranteed drama.
Well, let's tune in for it then. 10 p.m. live on Sporty Stuff TV and the Modus Super Series YouTube channel for the final 3 places to be filled here at the Modus Super Series.